Okay, so it's July, it's hot, it's still summer, Halloween is in 3 months, but we have Haunted Mansion Holiday in July. Remembering one of our former videos where we spoke of the potential changes, including the hangman, the bride, and the hitchhiking ghosts, along with the queue, let's find some clues that are inside the Haunted Mansion Holiday, and let's also notice the differences between previous iterations of the Haunted Mansion Holiday. Don't forget to subscribe and share this channel. So now let's begin our holiday tour right here. To make this video, I'll be using LGM's POV. Visit his channel and look at this amazing POV from 2024, and you can also see his side-by-side comparison of last year's with this year's Haunted Mansion Holiday. Now let's continue our tour. Okay, the first change is the carriage, which now has its own space within the queue instead of on the side of the queue. At the stretching room, I can see that the projection still keeps the hangman in its spot, so this might be an indication that the hangman will be staying where it belongs on January, or that Disney was too cheap to change the animation and remove him. Which one of these you think it is? Let me know in the comment section. The next change is that the busts no longer have the little light signs that said ho 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 and Noel. Now let's quickly move to the ballroom since there are no changes until then. Let's take a moment to appreciate the gingerbread house cake, shall we? This year we have a Frankenstein monster-like gingerbread man laying on an operation table, pretty similar to the one found in Nightmare Before Christmas, where Dr. Finkelstein plans to create her new assistant or girlfriend. You can see a candy cane crane holding several gingerbread heads rotating, trying to find the adequate one for this gingerbread man monster. When thunders appear through the ballroom window, the gingerbread house charges itself and turns on several of its components, showing a full charge and moving the electricity with an amazing Pepper's Ghost effect through mint candy and into the monster. You can also spot an Iger cookie right there at the table. I would definitely like to buy that. Well, you know, the Iger cookie. Okay, now into the attic. But before we see the attic, do you remember that the original idea for the attic was to have the bride where the piano player is now so that you could see her face to face and then abruptly run away from her and jump out the window? Well, Haunted Mansion Holiday kind of capitalized on that idea this year. The first thing you'll notice is that the snake has changed its spot to the entire left side of the attic instead of being on both sides. Its tail now lies where a former pop-up ghost did. One of the Constant's portraits close to the piano is wrapped up, possibly meaning it might be probable that the portraits will return, meaning probably that the new bride will still be Constance in an updated way. The snake now eats Sandy Claus's list where the piano is and where the original spot for the bride was thought of but never implemented. You can see that it actually works way better. I really liked having the snake there and being able to see it face to face instead of on the side. The other big change is that at the end of the attic, you can see a covered spot filled with old fabrics. That spot is where the new bride is being installed, meaning the bride rumor where the animatronic gets an update is true. Another slight change is that the Jack and Zero portrait has been moved from left to right. If you recall, the frame is the same used for the Constance and George portrait that always sits right next to the bride. I think the portrait was just moved due to the fact that the space is still being used to update the bride, much like 10 years ago there was an enclosed section where the Hatbox ghost was going to be. Another change from last year is that the Haunted Mansion graveyard has way less snow, reflecting less light into the faux sky, darkening the scenes, which is better. Okay, now the final and most important change, the Hitchhiking Ghost Reflections. The digital reflections are almost imperceptible. I've not seen them in person, but at least in this video they look and move exactly the same as the real props from former years, with the exception of a nice effect where they vanish, which I presume will be the way in which the hitchhiking ghosts materialize themselves into your doom buggy and hopefully will look exactly the same as the animatronic ones. Only, and this is purely speculation, with the ability to move a little more without looking cartoony as the Orlando ones. Please, please Disney, don't make the Orlando hitchhiking ghosts again. They're horrible. They're horrible. Okay, so with that, I think those were all the changes between Haunted Mansion Holiday 2023 and Haunted Mansion Holiday 2024, and those were the little clues that were scattered as to the changes inside the mansion for the regular Haunted Mansion. So that is it, my fellow Mansioneers. What other changes did you notice? What can we expect? Will the hangman stay? Will the new bride be awesome? Would it be Constance or someone else? Will the hitchhiking ghosts look exactly the same or even better? I can't wait to see the new Haunted Mansion. Let me know your thoughts or concerns in the comment section.